Well, we got our little bud in here, and you can say he's just cold. But just started us a fire. Already fed him some milk, so get his stomach going, and we're gonna go get his mom now, so he can stay in here and warm up and get some energy. But that's another reason why we put this in here, kind of help warm it up in here. And one cool thing I've seen is they have like heated pads for like dogs, or I'm sure they even have them for Kevs though, but you can just like plug them in and it's a heating pad. So if you got one that's not standing yet, or you can put them on it and it'll help warm them up. But yeah, but anyways, we'll go get his mom and go from there. So we're headed down the road. We got that cow in, and she decided to be a bitch and hit her calf a couple times as hard as she could. So me and Cooter and the calf are going over to our calving barn. We had a heifer calved early, and we missed it. Had her calf out in the pasture yesterday or last night, and coyotes got it. So, and she's a good mom because she's still down there standing over it, but you know, coyotes got it before we could get to it. And so we're gonna take this one over to the calving barn, and where this heifer's gonna be, and we're gonna transplant this calf onto her, and then the cow that is the mother to this calf, I may rebreed her and sell her. I may do that, or yeah, I may just rebreed her and sell her this coming fall and buy a cow to replace her. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. So fun times. We'll see if we can't get this cow to take this calf, and so we'll have us a pair. But yeah, I really enjoyed riding in the pickup. But stick your head back in there, bud. There you go. Okay. So we got the other side taken care of. Now he's working on these two. And this is our little head gate and our little alley, and we've stolen all the panels out of here, but this is our calving barn. But this is a heifer we're transplanting him on. And so he's gotten this side. Oh, there you go. Alright, so we got terrible lighting. But it's really it's just terrible hard to film like that. For one thing, you need to be paying attention to the cow and the calf, but I figured since I took some videos starting out with, I'd kind of end it on a positive note, maybe. We'll see. What we did is that cow's mom, or that calf's mom, was just a mean old cow. I mean, she every chance she got, she just hit it as hard as she could, you know. And we've seen cows like that before, so we'll sell that cow. But we had this heifer that we messed up on, and she lost a calf, and calved a little earlier than we thought, and it, you know, that's our fault, and the coyotes got it. So we pulled her in and put her in the pen with the calf for about an hour, and really she was kind of sniffing at it and mooing to it. And then we took her and put her in the little head catch, and then we'll just open those swing gates on the side, that way we can get to them and help the calf suck. And then that calf, he was young enough and it wasn't wild enough, you could just kind of control him yourself. And what you'll do is you'll take that calf, and usually sometimes it helps if you run your hand down the cow from about their back down to their bag, so they don't kick your teeth in, because that's that does happen. And you just take the calf and you guide him back to the udder. And so if he's not real ambitious, what you can do is then you'll take the teat and you'll spray milk on the calf's nose, and that usually gets them going right away. Or you'll stick one finger in the calf's mouth and they'll start sucking on it, and then you'll squirt the teat onto your finger, and then that'll go into the calf's mouth, and then they realize they're getting milk, and then you'll just replace your finger with the teat off the udder, and just let nature take its course. Sometimes if it's it helps if you'll go ahead and break the seal yourself on the cow, or kind of do it on one or two, and then let the calf do the others. If it's a real, if the calf's doesn't have a lot of strength, then go ahead and do it yourself. But you do one side, and then we just take the calf and swing the gate open on the other side, and then do the other side. And the problem was where I was trying to film that is she had her leg forward, and the calf could get to the first one, but I had to stop and push on her and let her step back, and then the calf got to the other two and to the back one, and it all worked out good. And then once, she didn't kick at us during that whole deal, so that's a plus. Usually they'll try to kick you, and I mean, we've been kick the calf in the head or kick you in the head, because if you're leaning down in there trying to guide the calf, if you got a real dumb calf, then they'll just drill you in the head, and that's not very fun. But once we let the cow out and put her in her own pen and put the calf in there, then the calf actually ran around and bounced under her, and she didn't care at all, and then he just went to sucking, and it was just fine. So that actually worked out decently well. We may have to do it a couple more times, maybe, if she doesn't claim him right away, but hopefully that all works out and we have a pair that can go through the year with. But we will see. Nothing's a sure deal. That barn, I haven't done any videos in that barn. That's a Kevin barn we built a couple years ago. It's off the side of another barn, and it usually, we can put a lot of different pins in there, and so when we're calving heifers, they will all go to that location, and so we can bring them in, because usually it's snowing or it's cold like it is now, and we'll bring them in and calve them out if they're not calving in the pasture, or if they are calving in the pasture, we'll bring them in if we have weather and let them pair, just really watch them. It's primarily for 2-year-olds. And because all the rest of our cows calve in the pasture, there's no questions asked. They all calve in the pasture. If they can't do that, then we don't want them. But the 2-year-olds, and people think you should do the same thing with 2-year-olds, but cows cost money, and so if you're gonna be arrogant about it and take a 2-year-old animal that's never had a calf before and at least not try to watch over it and just make sure that, there we go, maybe I should just open my door, and make sure everything's gonna work out, then that's your problem. But we like to, now it's really dark, all you can see is my glasses, we just like to take care of the animal as best we can and give it a fighting chance. There we go. And so like these 2-year-olds, I bought them out of a sale barn, and yeah, so we definitely have to wash them because we don't know how they're bred or anything. And so I mean, you could have a huge calf that we're gonna have to pull or something, and so that's they're all going there. We're gonna finish hauling the rest of them there this weekend. I gotta meet with a banker tomorrow about some feedlot stuff, where we're kind of gonna go with that. But yeah, you may see more of that barn because that's our calving barn, and that's it's kind of a neat barn. It's unfinished. It needs a lot of work, to be put into it, but it's one of those barns that I can put work into and use it for a very long time and be very beneficial for us. So thanks for watching.